Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Central Michigan Stacker. I hope everyone is well out there. It's been a while since I've done a longer style video, but I haven't done a lot of buying as of late. I have picked up a couple of things, but usually I like to do shorts during the week and, showcase the things that I've bought either through Facebook or whatnot. Coin shops, pawn shops, wherever I find stuff. I like to show it to you guys and tell you the story about how I came across it and whatnot. But we're living in some crazy times. Gold is at an all-time high, $2,400 an ounce. When I first started putting gold in the box, it was $1,650, and right now we are at $2,400 an ounce, and silver is going right along with it. This is what we've been waiting for. It's finally starting to happen. They guys have been preaching on YouTube for years that silver and gold is an inflation hedge. However, it didn't seem like we were seeing it much. Well, the inflation has gotten so bad and it's strung out for so long that finally gold and silver are starting to pick up a little bit of their slack and actually being a hedge against this inflation. But we've got silver sitting at $32 an ounce. We've got gold at $2,400 an ounce. We're not doing bad as far as precious metal holders, as far as I can see. But I wanted to pick out a few things just to go over. A lot of people have been doing a lot of videos on these Libertads lately. It's like they've caught fire for some reason. I'm not sure why everyone has piqued their interest in them. I mean, I understand they are beautiful coins. It's one of the reasons I collect them. It was a little something different to get away from the ASEs and, see what you can come up with. There are a big variety of Mexican coins as far as the 1 ounce silver goes, and they date back quite a few years, I've got a few slabbed up here that I wanted to show you today. What I've got is a 1992 proof 68. I got this one from a guy on Facebook, and he goes by Mickey Robs Banks, is what his Facebook title is, Mickey Robs Banks. But he also does Facebook auctions, gold and silver auctions. I don't know that I've seen one of his recently. However, that's where I purchased this one. And I'm going to say it was probably 4 years ago by now. But that's a stunner right there for a 92 proof coin, 68. Had to have it. I picked this one up. This came from T, the Silver Stackers auction, which what he did was he bought a roll of 1983 ounces from a local coin store that he frequents. And what he did was he did an experiment. He took half the roll and he sent it to NGC, and he took the other half a roll and he sent it to PCGS. Now, whether it was a coincidence or whatever, the findings came out that all the coins he got back from NGC graded lower by a grade or 2, lower than the coins that he got back from PCGS. They all graded a grade or 2 higher. So, to put it in layman's terms, the PCGS coins came back in 67, 68. He might have even had a 69 or 2 in there. I'm not positive on that. And then the NGC coins all came back 65, 66. I think the highest graded one in there in that roll was a 67. But the NGC ones came back grades higher. I mean, the PCGS ones came back grades higher than the NGC. So, you really have to do your due diligence when you're getting ready to send coins in to be graded for yourself on the type of holder that they use. This is a PCGS holder here, 2016 proof 70 deep cameo. Beautiful little 10th ounce silver piece. I also got this one from T's auction. Look at that beauty. He ended up auctioning off, I think, maybe 6 or 8 of these. I'm not sure if he sent the whole roll in to be graded or not, but a bunch of them came back proof 70. That's all I know about that. And I think, what did I pay for this? $40. I mean, you got to think about it. You're paying $20 for the coin to be graded. You had to pay for the coin, and you got to pay for the shipping. So $40 for me to pay him to get this is awesome. It's a good deal for me. Did he make any money on it? I'm not sure. But, he'll tell you he's not all about constantly making money on everything. It's to have a good time, for his auctions. Here's one that my brother sent in for me because he has a subscription through NGC. And this was the 100th year anniversary coin right here. It's the Peace Dollar from 2021, high relief, and I got an MS-70 on it. From NGC, which was the harder grade company when T sent in all those Libertads. Was it the person who was doing the grading? Or do they just grade more sternly with NGC? I don't know. But I do know one thing. If I'm sending in coins to be graded, and half a roll goes to one company and half a roll goes to the other, I'm going to send my coins in to be graded from the one that came back with the highest grades. I mean, who wouldn't? So that was a 100th year anniversary Peace Dollar right there. Here is a first year Alnza, 1982, in an MS-66. Look at that luster and that cartwheel on that coin. I personally love Libertads. Now, I can't blame other people for feeling the same way as I do. But I've been in love with these things since I started collecting bullion heavily. And like I say, that was probably 2017, 2018 when I started getting into it a little heavier. I've always collected coins per se. I've got slabbed coins and I had a lot of eagles, but I really wasn't into the stacking until, 2017 or so. And I decided to start having my own bank account with the precious metals. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad I did, because all the stories that these coin dealers are putting out there on their channels now about how the banks are closing down their accounts because they deal with too much cash, I am certainly happy that I've stored a lot of my cash either in the stock market and or precious metals. You can see a little scraping on the outside of the plastic with these. You got to be pretty careful when you get slabbed coins. If you want them to continue looking their best, you just don't want them all slopped around, banging up against one another and stuff like that. You want to have them put away in rows or, sturdily enough that they don't get all scratched up with wherever you're putting them. This is a 93 proof 68 Ultra Cameo. Another stunner from the Mexican Mint. I'm starting to get a little hoarse here, so I'm going to cut this video short. I just wanted to show you a few of the things that I've gotten recently. You may have seen one or two of them before. Here's a beautiful Morgan 1886 MS-65. And look at the luster on that beauty there. Well over 100 years old and still looks like it just fell off the chute. So, what's your opinion? Is gold and silver at a plateau? Is it going to level off where it's at now, or do we have a chance on this to even go higher? That's what I'm wondering. What do you all think? In my opinion, and that's all it is an opinion. Here's an 82 Carson City with an MS64 grade. Like I say, it's my opinion, but I believe because of all of the applications that silver has, and I'm talking about, military, as far as the Tomahawk missiles go, amongst a lot of other missiles that they use pounds and pounds of silver in. I'm talking about the solar fields. I'm talking about, the wind farms. I'm talking about electric vehicles. I'm talking about a lot of applications that many, many governments are pushing for the world to go forward with, is really going to boost the price of silver. I think silver is bound for possibly $50. That's what I think. If silver can hit $50, anybody that has been buying it for the past 10 years will be in good shape. You're doing good for yourself if you're stacking the precious metals right now to be your own banker, because the banks are failing. And when banks fail, you don't want to have your money in there, my friend, because you won't see it again. But this stuff right here, gold and silver, it doesn't fail. It's been money since the dawn of time, and it will continue to be money no matter what happens to our fiat paper that the government has us shuffling through these days. What are your thoughts? Where's gold and silver headed? Did we plateau or is it going higher? Let me know what you think. I want to put it, brace it against what I think and, see what the outcome's really going to be. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy stacking precious metals to make a little nest egg for his family in the future. And that's what I do. That's what I'm all about. I got these from T's auction also. I'd like to show you a little closer. It's a 1 peso paper note from 1970. Happens to be my birth year, so I wanted to grab a couple that he had on his auction. I thought these were just sweet. No wrinkles in them, no bends, no tears. Just a cool little piece of history right here. 1 ounce in paper form. I'm here collecting silver and gold, making a bank account for myself and my family. Central Michigan Stacker. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out.